Starbucks and other coffee purveyors likely might need to use warning labels on coffee after a Los Angeles judge ruled that they failed to prove they should be exempt by a California legislation on carcinogens and toxic chemicals. Los Angeles County Superior Court Judge Elihu M. Burrell composed in a tentative decision that the Java companies didn't satisfy their burden to prove that there was a safe level of consumer exposure to some chemical compound generated in brewed coffee.
The long-running lawsuit, first filed in 2010, concerns whether coffee drinkers should be warned about acrylamide, which is among the more than 850 confirmed or suspected carcinogens listed under California's Proposition 65. More than 90 coffee roasters, retailers and distributors, including Whole Foods, Kraft, and Green Mountain Coffee Roasters, stand to be affected by the decision. Burrell said scientists who testified on behalf of the coffee companies failed to prove that there was an acceptable level of acrylamide. Earlier in the trial, he also ruled that the coffee companies failed to show the chemical was not a significant risk or that requiring them to include the warnings would violate the First Amendment.
While plaintiff offered evidence that consumption of coffee increases the risk of harm to the fetus, to infants, to children and to adults, defendants' medical and epidemiology experts testified that they had no opinion on causation, he wrote.
The coffee industry has contended that it is impossible to eliminate acrylamide without affecting flavor, and that the exposure is harmless to consumers.
Raphael Metzger, the attorney for the nonprofit Council for Education and Research on Toxics, the plaintiff in the case, said he hoped the judge's decision would push the companies to agree to reduce acrylamide levels in coffee.
I would very much prefer that, when my addiction compels me to drink coffee, I can drink acrylamide-free coffee, he said. They just don't want to change. They want to keep doing business the way they have been doing.
Burrell will issue a final decision after giving each side an opportunity to object. The next phase of the trial will determine the civil penalties to be levied on the defendants. The law allows for as little as a cent and up to $2,500 for each time a consumer was exposed to the chemical without being warned, Metzger said.